music too. Word music. So today's word is discernment, meaning discernment is the ability. Oh my gosh, how did I not have the affirmations up for you to see? I apologize. Um, but discernment is the ability to recognize what matters most and what does not. What matters most, but even it's recognizing what does not matter. Because sometimes in our thought of discernment, we're thinking about the things that uh, matter. Yeah, this matters to me, is super important. But then we go off and do things that aren't important, and we don't have the discernment to say, this is not serving me right now. I probably shouldn't waste my time trying to know how to do it, because I need to get to the things that I can. And so some of these things that I don't, I need to let somebody who is the expert or somebody who can teach me or train me, instead of forcing a bolt to come off or whatever it is that you do that you've not given good discernment. You've said something to somebody. It helps you separate good from necessary. Not every opportunity deserves your yes. Ooh, discernment when to say no and why to say no. And not every voice deserves your attention. Sometimes, and I'm now sitting back because I love to talk, as you can tell. And if I'm talking and say it's in a classroom situation, I have to get discernment. Is this the time that I need to speak? Or is this the time that I need to be quiet? And sometimes it is. Sometimes I do need to speak, and sometimes I'm afraid to. Or sometimes I'm in an uncomfortable situation, and I haven't listened to my affirmation that says that I will do okay in uncomfortable situations, right? I embrace uncomfortable situations. And discernment grows when you slow down long enough to listen beyond emotion and urgency. The two decisions that I had to make yesterday, I could have made them yesterday, and they're pretty big decisions of the trajectory of my life and where I'm going and how I'm going to increase the consistency and the frequency of what I'm offering and what I'm trying to help folks out with. But I needed to sit on it for a minute. And I could have said yes to the one of the people that I was talking to. I said, you know what? I need to sleep on it. I need to pray on it. I need to be able to create the space for my discernment to be able to come forward. So not only did I think of all the positives, but I also wanted to think of all the things that I don't want. And am I at where I'm at right now? So I said yes to an opportunity because I'm just telling you about it one other time. It sounded good. It made me feel important. On paper, it looked right, but deep down, something felt off. I ignored that feeling, moved forward anyways, and paid for it with time, with energy, and peace. Something I wasn't even supposed to be thinking about doing. Something wasn't in my wheelhouse. Something that it was one of those dangling, shiny carrots. A really incredible salesman convinced me that that's what I was supposed to do. And instead of sitting on it and having discernment, I moved forward, wasted not time. I did waste time working on it. I wasted a whole bunch of my energy because my body is not wired to go in that direction. It caused me peace. And, when you're sitting there and you're just, was that turmoil? Yes, turmoil is the word in there. And it also cost me money that I shouldn't have spent. Because discernment taught me that clarity often whispers before consequences shout. So that little whisper in my mind says, why are you doing this? What are you thinking? And I said, wait a minute. Oh no, this guy convinced me this is what I should be doing. And boom. Now the consequences of the amount of money I spent, the amount of time I spent. I think it was the time when somebody convinced me I should sell art. I don't even know anything about art. Oh, we get to go to these houses and people want, no. Yes. So week to connection day. Who helps you think clearly when emotions are high? Emotions high, intelligence isn't low. It happens. We get emotional. Who do we call when our emotions are high? This could be the greatest thing. Are you going to let somebody talk your way? Make sure that your confidants or your advisors are people who can make good advice, not based on their own experiences, not based on where they're at. Hey, I'm going to make $1 million decision. I'm going to make a decision that's going to cost me $250,000, and I'm asking somebody who makes $50,000 a year what I should do. Hello. No, call the person who makes $250,000. Ask them what they would do in that situation based on where you're at. It could be. It doesn't have to be about money. It could be about, hey, I want to ask somebody about my relationship and what should I do with my wife and how should I spend time with my wife. And I'm asking the person who's been divorced 3 times. Hello, come on, have some discernment that says, wait a minute, no, you aren't the right person that is my advisor. You're my friend, but you don't get to advise me on anything. Not for the decisions that are important, that are the trajectory of my life. And so, who helps you when your decisions are high or your emotions are high? Seek their perspective, not necessarily telling you what to do. Then choose one conversation to be fully present in today. Whatever's going on in your life, call that person. Make sure that you're, like I said, be present in the moment. Make sure that your phone is down. In your conversations, for all 365 days that we're going to do this year, I'm going to tell you every time to be present in your conversations. Until it's so ingrained in you, you're going to sit down with somebody and go, I can't help but be present. Let me put down this phone. Let me put my eyes up and let me create the relationships that are going to make a difference in my life. So, what is your promise to yourself today? My suggestion is pause before making a decision. But whatever your promise is today, as long as you make it, as long as you write it down, as long as you say it out loud, and then you do it before you go to bed today, whatever aspect of it, it'd be a promise that's going to take a couple weeks, but one aspect of it today could be done. So make sure, again, you are making it, you are writing it down, you're going to do it before you go to bed, and then you are going to have discernment. And discernment is the word for today.